Well, Cheyenne has meant quite a bit to the LeDoux family. You know, it all started with my grandparents moved here back in the 60s, I think, mid-60s. And my dad went to high school at Central. And then later on in Dad's life, he was rodeoing. And he rodeoed here at Cheyenne all the time. And he never did win it, but he came really close a couple times. But then after he retired from rodeo, he really buckled down on his music career. I'm not real sure what year it was the first time he played Cheyenne, but yeah, he was just tickled to death to be playing the main stage at Cheyenne. And my little brother Bo, he rode bareback horses here as well. So yeah, the family history with the LeDoux at Cheyenne goes back quite a ways. Well, I got interested in playing music really from watching my dad and his band play. And I remember when I was just a little kid, they were playing in a bus barn somewhere behind the high school. And I just remember it sounded good and looked like they were having fun, and the crowd seemed to enjoy it. And I was about 5 or 6 years old, and I got my first drum kit. And I started taking lessons a little bit later and got my first band when I was about 14. And it was just a little local band based out of KC, Wyoming. Cowtown was the name of the group. Then after that, I just kind of kept at it and learning more and more. And then August of '98, Dad asked me to join his group. And it was kind of a bittersweet story, but KW Turnbow, the drummer, got in a car wreck, and that's how I got into the group. And about 8 months later, KW healed up and was able to come back, and so we put together a two-headed monster drum kit. I don't know when it was, but my mom was going through the attic or something a few years ago, and she came across a box of paperwork, and she got to thumbing through it, and it wasn't just paperwork, there were song ideas that Dad had written down, and there's a stack that would fill a storage bin. And so she made a few copies, and she sent them off to Mark Sissel, Dad's road manager and guitar player. And as soon as Mark got them, he sent them to me, and he just thought, well, maybe you could find one of these ideas and try to finish it. It'd be a brand new Chris LeDoux song co-written with his son. Well, a friend of ours, Mac McAnally, found out about it. And Mac had produced a couple albums for Dad and wrote some songs for him. And so he invited me down to Nashville to sit down with him and write together and try to finish one of these ideas that Dad had. And yeah, we finished this idea, and it's called We Ain't Got It All is the title. And yeah, we're pretty happy with the way it turned out. Well, we've played all over the country, and every place has its own special thing about it, whether it's an arena or a little dive bar or whatever. But there's just something about Cheyenne that's maybe, I don't know what it is, it's special to me. And well, the fact that my dad's ashes are scattered in the north end of the arena almost 8 years ago. And I don't know, there's just a special thing about it. And if this was the only show scheduled for the year, I'd be fine with that. Yeah, just really gonna look forward to this one. Playing the main stage again, it's been, I don't know, 12 years or so since Dad played it last time. And the Western Underground played it about 11 years ago. And Toby Keith invited us up, and Toby sang a bunch of Dad's old songs, Photo Finish and Copenhagen. And we really enjoyed that, but we're just so glad to be back again, and I've really missed this place. Cheyenne is just, it means so much to the rodeo families and to Wyoming itself. To me, it's like the Grand Ole Opry of the West. I got so many memories of when I was a little kid being on the Midway, and my folks sold Dad's records and merchandise and stuff out there in the Midway. They had a booth set up, and yeah, we always look forward to coming to Cheyenne every July, and just proud to be a part of it.